Written by David Szymanski. Click the title to begin. The Moon Sliver is intended to be completed in a single sitting, and there is no save system. It is suggested you set aside an hour to complete it. Ellie was a sullen and beautiful girl, the youngest of all of them, with a mind unfit for lofty thoughts. She had once come in here to see if there was any old firewood. Otherwise, she stayed in her cluttered house, where it was warm and familiar. Abel loved Isa, and he loved Daniel and Ellie. But when his mind wasn't turned toward their well-being, it was filled with thoughts of bleak hopelessness. Sometimes he would rifle through the barrel. The promise of undiscovered trinkets raised his spirits, if only temporarily. Conserve your flashlight battery. Recharge it at power outlets. Explore freely. Piece a story together. When night falls, enter the mountain. How do I know when the flashlight thing? Daniel was a quiet man who spent his life lost in books of old, or lost in his own thoughts. He wondered where the barrels had come from and who had put them there. Alright. Yesterday, 4 people lived on this island. Now only 1 remains. Guess we'll check this house first. Or this building. Ooh, what's this? Oh. Okay. Okay, it's locked. They reached the ruins and strolled leisurely through them towards the shoreline. Isaac could remember when the old buildings still stood there, filled with families. These conversations were not new. Long ago, Isaac had... Wait, is this supposed to be like that? Some of it's alright, and some of it's not. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, he said, and he cried because he often cried during these talks. For what, she said? For a lot of things. These conversations were not new. Long ago, Ida had learned to love Abel, despite and for his despondency. She hugged him as the wind tossed her long gray hair around. Alrighty. A strange, acidic smell emanated from the pipe. Oh, I can go in this one. Isaac kept a smile on her face, although she did not feel like smiling. She sat down beside the flashlight. What about Ellie? Has Ellie mentioned anything to you? She said. She didn't take it either, he said. Nor did I, nor did Abel, she said. And yet, it's gone. Daniel, you're the last one I gave the key to, said Isa. Daniel stared at the mysterious control panels. He didn't meet her eyes. He never met anyone's eyes. I didn't take it, he said. Why would I take it? I'm the one that told you it was missing. Fresh air from an unseen crack in the corner cut through the room's stuffy musk. The rusted junk cast shadows on the opposite wall. How do you know Abel didn't take it? He said. Because I trust him, she said. It's a dismissal, man. But he would never hurt any of us. Do you trust Ellie? Daniel didn't answer immediately. I trust all of you, he said. Because that's how we have to live. Dry piles smelled faintly sour. Okay. Oh, is that what those things are? The power outlet charging? I'm saying that she knows more than she's telling us, said Ellie. What is your problem with Isa? Daniel said, putting his book down. He was annoyed at being interrupted here. Yeah, I think those are the charge of your flashlight. My problem is that she's a liar, said Ellie angrily, fiddling with the knobs on the machine as she paced around, and that I have to keep explaining this to you over and over again. You don't know her like I know her. Exactly, you're not an impartial judge, he said. She keeps the chapel locked, and she's the only one with the key, said Ellie, leaning on the barrels and folding her arms. So you're saying she took it, he said. I'm saying that she knows more than she's telling us. The mysterious liquid had drained from the tank and into the water long ago. Oh yeah, there's jump. Anything over here? This place was a forest once. Okay. Does it say anything? No. What's this? The night was wild and cold. The monster's tracks leading from the hatch were brand new, but the wind quickly erased them. I'll come back to that. So am I supposed to go in there at night? Started in that house. Alright, we'll come down here. Oh, what's up there? So much stuff to look at. Ooh, a key. I remember when the moon still shined, when each night was bathed in warm silver, and the shadows were mysterious and friendly, and the island was a place of joy. That was many years ago. Since it disappeared, this place has become cold and stark, plagued by an inexplicable sense of loss and despondency. Daniel and Ellie are young. They do not feel it. They don't remember what the world used to be like. But Abel and I do, and we were both filled with longing for intangible joys that it can no longer provide, for friends that do not exist, for feelings that cannot be reasonably felt. When I was younger, I smiled because I felt like smiling. Now, that smile is a disguise. She took the knife from the shelf. The blade was dull and rusty, but it was still pointed. She was not smiling. No more disguise, huh? Another key. For me. Ooh. Isa didn't know what the object was, but she remembered her father tinkering with it in his workshop when she was a girl. The workshop and the adjoining home were now far underwater. She was not a young woman, but even now, seeing it brought her comfort. Abel came in. "How do I get into storage?" he asked. She shut and locked the box. "I told you before," she said. "I forgot," he said. "I don't go there often." "Press the first 3 until they click. Leave the 4th alone," she said. First 3, leave the 4th alone. They could make more candles. They couldn't make more wood, so Abel burned candles. "There is an evil man on this island, and I know him well. We played together as youth. We have cried together. We have eaten together. We have loved the same women, betrayed the same women. He is my constant companion and my worst enemy. He puppets my arms, legs, and mouth to his own selfish ends. Secretly hurts everyone I love as I watch, helpless, with their unshed, unfelt blood on my hands. He gifts my flesh with indescribable pleasures and blights my soul with an unutterable despair. His name is sin, and we are irrevocably bound together. Surely there exists no hell worse than this." Abel read to escape. Daniel read to feed his lofty, strange thoughts. Isa read to pass the time. But Ellie? As far as Abel knew, she hadn't opened a book in years. What did she do all day? He didn't know. Sometimes he worried about her. He worried about all of them. Were they as melancholy as he was? Oh, okay, we got something here. "What childlike emptiness I feel, to find the most peaceful solace in fantasy, to find in masquerades a truth more vivid than reality. What sort of twisted villains were the ancient writers, to taunt us with unreachable worlds more beautiful than our own? We have enough stored food to live long lives. When our wood runs out, we will be cold, but only so cold as to be uncomfortable. The water is rising, but it will be many years before it reaches our homes. Technically, we survive, but to what end? This island is all of the world we know. It is nothing but the broken pieces of a fairy tale." Oh, my flashlight's going. "What were you and Abel doing at this house yesterday while I was climbing the mountain?" he answered, casually flipping through the book on her table. It was covered in dust. She glared at him. I'm going to get wood, she spat. Did you think I was stupid to know? He said. I'm going to get wood. Ellie was laying on the bed. Daniel came in. She scowled at him suspiciously and beautifully. What were you and Isa doing in the old power building? What were you talking about? Oh, and then she went to get wood. Alright, how do I charge my flashlight? Daniel stared at the pile of wood. He hadn't burned wood for months. Let's talk about Ellie instead. Abel was silent for a moment. What about Ellie? He said. Daniel didn't need to answer. Abel swallowed. Alright, let's talk about Ellie. Abel often visited Daniel. He loved to talk, and Daniel loved to listen. Isa and I were out for a walk, said Abel as he entered. I thought I'd stop by before you got caught up in a book. Daniel put his book down. Hello, he said. His expression confused Abel. Oh no, it's getting dark. Am I supposed to go in here? Come back when night falls. Isn't it? Let's see if I can get this charged over here. I don't know how much. Did I go in that last house? I think I did, right? Yeah. Alright, what's over here? Any words? Nope. Daniel sat with Ellie under the tree, his arm around her. The door had rusted shut. It would never open. That must have been the code for the door. What's up here? A grave? Oh, it's a charge. Take it there's nothing over here really. Oh, whoa. Okay, I was wrong. He knew what Ellie and Abel were doing. He'd known for a long time and had to decide to ignore it. Something that was becoming increasingly difficult to do. He reminded himself that all four had to trust each other and rely on each other, and as they had done so many times before. But it was a hollow reminder, and he didn't really believe it anymore. He sat cross-legged on the very peak of the mountain, staring off to the horizon. What was out there? He did not know, and did not think it was knowable. Oh, wow. check out this spot. It's locked. Oh, it was the code to that one. Oh, we're... Ooh. Ellie was uneasy. The darkness had never felt this menacing before. It seemed alive, watchful. Which way do I go? We got a code thingy here. The code was long forgotten. Nobody had been below in many years. Alright, let's go find the code. Guess go this way first. Wait, does this take me right back? No. Alright. A family of rats lived amid the crates of dried food. They were perhaps the last animals left alive. Maybe there's another power thingy. Ellie? Daniel's voice echoed around the tunnels. Silence. She couldn't explain the feeling. It was as though something was lurking around every corner, staying out of sight, staying ahead of her. Oh no. Daniel heard soft, scratching footsteps behind him. He turned and shined his flashlight around the tunnel. Nothing. Is there a power thingy? I need... yes. Give me the power. Okay, I guess we'll go right. Is that dead end? Yep. Alright, what is this like She never felt like this before. She knew these tunnels well. She had been down here hundreds of times, yet she was lost. Lost, confused, and afraid. So I'm assuming nighttime comes after you've done everything. And then you go into the mine or whatever. The cave. Tunnel. Alright, this way now. Probably should have charged my flashlight. He called again. Ellie. Still no answer. But he heard the footsteps again. Shoot. He didn't even have time to cry out at the shadowed silhouette in his flashlight beam, lunging toward him. Alright. Yep, I should have charged it. Ooh, we got a long tunnel. Man, it's really long. another big room. Is that what they're saying? Or hearing? Whatever. Oh, there's a power thing here, dang it. She felt its breath before she felt its claws, and then she was gone. That's where they're hoarding all the wood. Is that it? Wait. I can't remember if there was a code of some sort. I don't think there was. I'm not sure where I'm going. Alright, I think I go right. Yeah. Oh shit. I figured it out. Ooh. Crap, my flashlight. They had to know the truth, and Hector would not tell it. So down here, where nobody would find him, he wrote, on scraps of paper. Maybe someday, someone would discover them. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's how I got in here. Monstrous tracks lean from the hatch. Alright, I guess I have to go in here now. Come back when night falls. It's not night? Oh wait, there's a house over here. Maybe I can open it with one of them keys. Was it that one? Is this the one we came out of? I think it is. Ooh, okay, we are able to get in here now. Okay. Daniel was still thinking about his talk with Abel the day before as he absentmindedly picked up the book. Something caught his eye, or rather, the lack of something. This is their little church. The Moon Sliver was gone. He stared at the empty dice for some time, struggling to comprehend the simple, shocking fact. Had someone moved it? Isa, perhaps? She was the only one with a key to the chapel of infinite light, but Ellie or Abel could have borrowed it from her, as he had done, or taken it. Regardless, he had to tell the others. The word of Hector 1. The Moon Sliver was written by a pure spring rain upon pages of dried leaves and found by noble Hector. The moon spoke to Hector, saying, "Take this, the Moon Sliver, and make for it a place in the chapel of infinite light, for it is a holy document. Man cannot read it, but its every letter is known to the demons of the night and greatly feared. Know that it will protect you, even should my light cease to bathe the night in holy silver. Give it a place of honor and treat it as a prized possession, for it is your weapon against evil." And so Hector took the Moon Sliver and placed it in the chapel of infinite light upon a silver pedestal, and the night was warm with light, and the day was bright with warmth. O world, O prison dingy white, O ghostly shadow gray, your whelming lies of false delight are dark and cold as moonless night, and bleak as sunless day. The word of Hector 2. The woodland teeth, the monsters of the forest, was more tenacious than the other demons. It hated the people of Hector, and desired to take the island away from them, and it lurked in the dark corners and unseen passageways, scheming horrific schemes. It came to pass that Ursula was taken, stalked by the woodland teeth in the dark underground, attacked, and dragged down to hell. Then the moon came to Hector in a dream, and said, "Hector, the time has come. Your great enemy has arrived. You would all do well to tremble, for his power is great and his depravity is unspeakable. Go, take the Moon Sliver from its pedestal and do battle." And so Hector went to the chapel of infinite light and retrieved the Moon Sliver and went into the tunnels. Okay, that's 4. Okay, Word of Hector 3. Most of the text is illegible. Hector descended. Darkness. Terrible whispering. Infinite and deep. Did not know how long he wandered. Promises of brutal torture and mutilation waiting. Begone, teeth of the forest. Spoke holy incarnations written upon. Returned to the surface. Alright, the Word of Hector 4. Again, the moon came to Hector in a dream. The woodland teeth is vanquished, it said. Your people are safe for now, but it still waits, lurking in the depths. It fears the Moon Sliver, and it will not dare appear again while the holy document remains in your possession. But know this, should the Moon Sliver ever be destroyed, even my divine light will not be able to save you from the wrath of the woodland teeth and the darkness of hell. Keep it safe. Keep it ready. And may you live in prosperity on this island that I have given you. Let your prosperity be a sign that the words I speak are true. Oh my gosh, it is dark. Alright, I'm assuming this is nighttime. Holy moly. Sounds like we got a hurricane coming. Return to the mountain. Like here or up top? I'm assuming here. Isaac couldn't remember the last time she had been under the mountain. There was no reason to come here, but she had looked everywhere else. She clutched the old knife in her right hand. Yesterday, the Moon Sliver went missing. Today, Ellie, Daniel, and Abel were all nowhere to be found. She knew the world of Hector by heart. She knew the word of Hector by heart. The sinister implications were not lost on her. Ellie, she called. Daniel? Abel? Abel heard her and answered, I'm here. There was something strange about his voice, something Isaac didn't like. What are you doing here? I'm reading of ages past, he said. Do you know where Ellie and Daniel are? She said. I do not, he said. They are missing. They are missing and the Moon Sliver is missing. Do you understand me? Do you understand what this implies? She said. I do, he said. Night will fall in a few hours and we need to stick together. We can sleep in the same house, mine or yours. We'll keep the fire burning. We'll keep the door locked. And we'll pray, Abel. We will pray to the unseen moon for mercy and protection. Are you happy here, Isa? We can't stay in the dark. It thrives in the dark. Yes, I'm happy. Please, Abel. There were tears in his eyes and he struggled to control his voice. Isa, I know you. I know every inch of you, and I know every corner of your mind. You aren't happy. None of us are happy. Isa didn't respond. I'm staying here. The tears were flowing freely now. I would like it if you stayed with me. Isa, please stay with me. It will find you, Abel. I let it out, Isa. I destroyed the Moon Sliver. Isa was shocked and silent. I burned it yesterday after I talked with Daniel. Her eyes were filled with betrayed, angry tears. What? Abel, no. Why? Do you want to be dragged to hell? Do you want us to be dragged there with you? We're already in hell. This island, this horrible, barren, lonely island. This place of sin. This is hell. I saw the blasphemous scraps of paper Jeremiah found, those many years ago. I read them before they were destroyed. Perhaps I was the only one who did, and I did not believe them. But I have lived life since then, and I have seen the truth of their words. Isaac could not respond, as tears streamed down her face. She just kept walking toward the sound of his voice, the knife clutched in her hand. You did not read the blasphemous scraps, Isa, but I did, and I remember them with incredible clarity, supernatural clarity even. Fear not the dark shadows or the scratches in the night, for the woodland teeth is your salvation, it is your escape. It said this, and more, Isa. The woodland teeth is not here to take us to hell, it is here to take us away from hell. She could see him ahead, her flashlight beam cutting through the sickly fog. He was sitting in a chair, a book on his lap. As she approached, she could see that he was crying too. Please trust me, please. I believe the word of Hector, she said again, and she put the knife to her chest, point first. No, Isa, please don't. Stay with me, don't leave me alone. I love you, she spat tearfully. I love you so much. She closed her eyes and pushed. She remembered where the heart was located from one of her father's old books. Abel was too slow to catch her falling body. He knelt beside her and sobbed for some time. He was not a strong young man anymore. But Isa's body was light. He would take her out to the water. She had always loved the water. But then what? Read? Read until it found him? No. He didn't feel like reading anymore. He was ready to be rid of this entire cursed island, books and all. He would simply wander, aimlessly and freely, to take one last look at the island and feel the wind blowing the memories away. And then, when night fell, he would return. And wait. Oh. Is that getting bigger? I guess I have to walk towards the light. Morning dawned on the empty island, cold and bright and windy. The Moon Sliver. Oh, there's two suns.